Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an Object 261. It's the Tier 10 Soviet SPG, and we're located on the defending spawn of Karelia Assault. And the name of the commander of this vehicle is ignoreme. No, well, I don't want you to ignore me. I want you to pay attention to the battle, but he is called ignoreme. Yep. Okay, battle is underway. Now, is it just me, or does the Object 261 look like a face? You know, the gun is the nose, and the two lookouts are the eyes, and yeah, that cable over the engine is the mouth. It does look like a face, doesn't it? Well, it's actually built on the chassis of a IS-7. And it looks like he's aiming for a target straight away. It's a Wizzy 132 and he's been spotted. Fires around him, gets a hit for 356 hit points straight away on the Wizzy. And he's motoring to get into cover quickly because, oh yeah, that's what I thought would happen. Conqueror gun carriage fired around at him, splashed him. 330 hit points lost. He needs to get into cover quick, otherwise he's going to get that again. Mind you, the Conqueror gun carriage does have a long reload, and that is the only enemy arty in the game. Right, we've got a black dog, or otherwise known as a girlfriend, hiding behind that rock, and there's a pair of tanks sitting up on the hill there, but we've lost sight of them temporarily. The Leopard will find them again for us. Waiting for them to come into sight. Okay, there they are. Leopard prototype. Round out. It's going to be a bit late. Yeah, lands behind him. 77 hit points. Now he will have to relocate because there's a good chance that that Conqueror was looking for the Tracer. And there's the black dog. He's dialing in. It's got a 25.9 second reload. It's not bad considering it's 180 centimeter, or 118 centimeter gun rather, and he gets a kill there. 77 hit points on the Leopard the first time of the splash. We don't know the exact amount he got the second time round because we lost sight of the Leopard as it was killed, or rather the black dog as it was killed. Fires around T-44. Splashes him for 167. Relocates immediately. Okay, there's a lot of enemy over in that corner. Okay. That Leopard prototype, if he stays in that position, he's going to get hit for sure. Work out where he's going to be. Round out. Well, that must have been close. Let's pull it back a little, that's fine. Okay, it's a Tiger 2, and that Tiger 2 is rather stuck there because the Lurva won't let him move forward. So that means we can easily put a shell into him. But he's going to go after the Leopard again. Oh, right next door, 220 hit points, and this time round he is going to relocate to the central position. He is taking a risk because he could be spotted. Oh, knocked a tree down. I think the risk is minimal, really, to be honest, because the enemy is too far away to actually see him at that particular place. And he's reloaded. And he's now looking for the Tiger. He's marked the target to let the Lurva know that the Tiger is going to be fired upon. Dialing in and round out. Direct hit wipes out that Tiger, and the Lurva's happy. Yep, that saves him the trouble of having to deal with the Tiger, but now he can move forward. Now, has he come across one of the other tanks? I think so. But in the meantime, ignoreme is going to have a look at the T-54 down the south. It's a T-34, sorry. T-54 is just ahead. fires around in, gets a direct hit on the T-34's engine deck. 381, 2 critical hits. And he's moving. He's being very active, actually. It's one good thing about the Object 261. So he does have the ability to move about quite a bit. Now, he might be spotted. The T-44, yeah, he has been spotted. T-44 came up the ramp, quickly read his ramp in the centre. So he has been seen. The Conqueror gun carriage will know where he is. Will know the general location. But the good thing is, from behind the rock here, he cannot be hit because the rock gets in the way. Plus, it'll be difficult for the Conqueror to see him. Dialing in on the T-54. He's got a bit of a problem there, yeah, because the rocks are in the way. Going for the Leopard prototype instead, and ground out. Direct hit, wipes out that prototype. Picked up 306 hit points off that shot alone. He's now up to virtually, well, 1.8k actual damage, 1,000 hit points of stun. Now, which one is he going to go for first? Well, the T-54 is rocking backwards and forwards. It's the more anxious of the two players. The lighter armed, or lighter armoured one. So you're going to do more damage to the T-54 if you hit him. Fires around. And I suspect that would have damaged the T-54 if he was near it. Right, it's going to go for the T-34 next. And that's the Conqueror gun carriage just fired on the Malshan. Right, well the enemy, his own team are keeping that T-44 from moving up the ramp. He's going to go after the T-54. Oh, he did damage it. He's lost quite a lot of hit points. It didn't have that much left, that T-54. In fact, he's now down to 12% of his health. T-34 has only got 63, but we lost the Malshan to the Conqueror gun carriage. Oh no, it wasn't. It was the T-44 who took him out. My mistake. Right, now over here we've got a bit of a problem. We've got a 2684 against the OHO, and the OHO's been taken out by the 268. So now we need to take that 268 out of the game. Unfortunately, it's going to fall behind him. Yep. He did try to anticipate where the 268 was going to go, but he was actually doing a U-turn to turn around. So he backed up, changed directions, and then moved forward again afterwards. Now, there's nothing to hold that T-34 from moving forward except the Object 430, who's actually sitting at the lip of the dip. Meanwhile, the Object 268 on our team is moving forward to try and take out the Object 268-4, but he's taken a hit up there as well. But the T-44 fighting off against the Striv, and the Striv is taking damage. Looks like he's been hit by Arty too. But he takes out the T-44. We're losing team members, and there's only, what, 2 minutes to go. This is an assault battle, so it's only 10 minutes. That's the 2-minute warning. Right, where is this T-34 and T-54? They must be somewhere here. We need them to be spotted. There's the T-54. The T-34 has just taken out our Object 430, but he managed to get a hit there on the T-54, but it wasn't enough. 198 hit points. The worry is that they're still there. There's still two guns up there. Nudes is protecting that direction. Okay, so Normie's going to go around the corner and try and help his Object 268 fending off that Object 2684. There's the 2684. Okay, so he takes aim. Dialing in. Work out where he's going to be and put the shell there. Rounds out. Oh, and it hit the 2684, but it just didn't do enough. 218 hit points. It's not enough to kill him. He's down to 11 hit points. Surely our Object 268 can do it now. There's only 46 seconds left on the clock. They exchange fire. Can he get the kill shot? A few seconds left on before we're ready to go. The 268 just won't back up far enough. And the other 268's turning around. Oh, he's got somebody behind him. He's got a Jagdtiger behind him. The 268 moves into the gap and he splashes the enemy 268 forward to death. We've got 2 tanks coming up behind him. There's 17 seconds left on the clock. He's got enemy closing in all around. He's going to have to move west, east as fast as he can to avoid being killed. But there's a Jagdtiger in the dip. Oh, he's driven into the rock. And the clock's just run out. And his last teammate was killed. That was a Kolobanov. Oh my God. What a way to win a Kolobanov. It looked to me like he was going to bump into the Jagdtiger at any second, but the clock ran out and he's picked up a Kolobanov. It's a third-class tanker for ignoreme in the Object 261. He also picked up a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 15. He picked up a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 4. But best of all, he got the medal that everyone would like to get, the Kolobanov medal. He stood alone against at least 5 enemies and still won the game by surviving until the clock ran out and they had failed to cap out and win. If only they put some people in the cap to start the cap off, maybe they would have succeeded in their battle, but they wanted to kill all of the enemy and they failed to do it. They got all the other teammates, but they couldn't get ignoreme, and that means he ends up with a Kolobanov. So let's have a look at the team score and see where it all folds out. Well, he got the highest amount of damage, 3,061 hit points. Highest amount on his team, I should say, because the Object 2614 actually managed to get 4,220. So he was the one who walked away. Well, actually, in fact, he didn't get a high caliber, would you believe it? He didn't get the high caliber in that battle, so maybe he did some damage to his teammates. Or maybe it wasn't 20% of the hit points. But when it came to kills, ignoreme managed to get 4 kills, which is the same as the Object 2684. And he also managed to get 683 base experience points, just a little way behind the Lerva, who managed to get 732. But then ignoreme was in a tier 10 SPG, and the Lerva is a tier 8 heavy. So obviously he was fighting much higher tier opponents during that battle. On detail reports, he fired 15 rounds, got 4 direct hits, 4 penetration, 11 splash, damage of 3,061 hit points, all at more than 300 meters. He did receive 1 hit as a result of splash damage from the Conqueror gun carriage early on in the battle after he was spotted. He did damage 8 of the enemy and kill 4 of them, and he did stun assistance damage of 1,062 hit points off 10 stuns. On a standard account, he earned 33,427 credits, and after repair and ammunition resupply, he actually suffered a loss of 19,053 credits. Mainly because actually he didn't do enough damage. 3,000 damage may sound like enough, but if you're firing off all those rounds, and they are expensive rounds, you do need to capitalize on that damage. Otherwise, if you don't, you'll end up losing credits at tier 10. On a standard account, he earned 683 base experience points, times 5 for the first victory of the day, which means he took away 3,415 experience points altogether. But I'm sure that he would be gladly suffer the loss and the small amount of XP, well, it's not small, it's quite a large amount, for taking away this beautiful medal, which shows that you stood alone against more than 5 enemies, and it was more than 5. Yes, it was definitely more than 5. It was 6 enemies. He stood alone against 6 enemies, and it was actually, yes, it was 6 enemies, and survived. And so, congratulations, ignoreme. I don't think they'll ignore you now. You've got a Kolobanov for playing Arty, so well done indeed. If you enjoy playing this replay, if you enjoyed watching this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel. And hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.